7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Whether you're in the combine, tractor, truck, or just your cubicle, we have all your favorite country hits on Hawk Country 106.9 KIHK.
I don't care who you are, if you speed in a construction zone, you're an asshole. Really, it's just common sense. I mean, if you were working out there, with traffic whizzing by at 70 miles per hour, would you be happy about it? Probably not. You'd probably be pissed and make a video about it, quite frankly. But they really can't do a whole lot about it because that wouldn't solve the problem. Looking at a WRX, and I actually was, but I decided against that just because it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to get a $25,000 car. Mind you, this one was a 2016 WRX with, I don't know, I think it was like 5,000 miles on it, something ridiculously low. Of course, it was used and it had some repaired hail damage, so that's a big reason why I was getting it. Otherwise, it would have been right about, I think it was 27,000 that it was appraised at without the hail damage. But yeah, looking at all my options, and I mean, there's all-wheel drive, performance-based CTSs and ATSs and XTSs, which some of them are better than others. Of course, the CTS is probably the best one just because it has a longer history than the other ones. But I don't know, we'll see. So I purchased the Duramax with the intention of having a little fun with it, and for the month that I had it, I did. But the only issue was I just couldn't see myself just putting $400 into it every month. So what I decided to do is get somewhat of another toy and trade in the Fusion, which I'm going to do at some point in time. Finally got my settlement check for the Fusion, which was just some hail damage that needed to be taken care of. But I decided to put that towards my loan instead, so that, you know, I could pay it off faster, take care of that. So I went out today and looked at some vehicles, mostly SUVs. I mean, I would possibly be interested in a Ford Taurus show as well, and something, you know, it just, my main requirement has to have all-wheel drive no matter what vehicle I end up getting. It also has to be spacious and decent for road trips. That's my only other issue right now. I travel to Minnesota a lot, as I've said before, so that needs to be taken care of and taken into consideration. The first day without the Duramax kind of sucks. You know, I don't get attached to my vehicles because the way I see it, they're all pretty much toys or you know, tools. But this time around, you know, I had a lot of fun with it, and I was hoping to have more fun with it. But like I said, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense right now, especially since I'm living in an apartment complex. You know, it wasn't the easiest to park, wasn't the easiest to get around with. I of course have no problem. It's just, you know, it's always I'll buy another truck, maybe not a Duramax or even a diesel, but you know, you never know. I could need that in the future, but you know, eventually I also want to get a camper, get a boat, and you know, all that fun stuff, the stereotypical stuff. But really right now, what I'm focused on is getting my degree, starting to make a little bit more money before I get more toys. Right now I'm making pretty decent money, I'd say. So I mean, can't complain too much.